Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation, just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive game from my offense.
Trying to keep the drive alive. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, fourth down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you can see the defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and throw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, and you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Durham. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
How about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. The give to the back. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
On the ground, it's Moss. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
On first down from their own 22. To the air, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Takes it from the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Yes, the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Green. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Oh, he's got some space.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. With the run on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game,
Breaks into the open. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the...
Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Backed up now, here's second and long. To the air, it's Reed. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
this offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Turning it on. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
There he goes. Touchdown LSU. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Grab behind the line. It's Durham. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Throws to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Big fella moving. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Reed. That's reeled in, it's Wilson. There he goes! He's at the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Green. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Builds the button looking for daylight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Dropping back, it's Reed. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Wants to go up top. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
To the air on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
And his throw is incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And you have to try to apply heat to the quarterback, but you have to know when it's too much. The roughing the passer penalty gives them a first down. Into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Oh, the quarterback. He had his hands in the air after throwing that one. He thought that was a sixer, but his guy dropped it.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line, but 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a 3rd down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive.
Touchdown, Aggie! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you need. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The give to the single back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're...
Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give out of the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, running back gets the give. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his man, it's Sharp. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep...
Touchdown, Tigers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Fires to the big fella. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Grabbed in the middle, it's Concepcion. Breaks into the open. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Working the middle, it's complete. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll try to get the first through the air. catch in the middle. It's Bussey. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
The Aggies will hustle to the line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another day.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football, and you're seeing it shift here in the third quarter. The defense just forced a 3-and-out. Their offense scored a touchdown the last time out. We've got a close game, but all of the momentum is squarely now on their side.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. To the air, it's Reed. Snags it over the middle. No chance to run, but still a good gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This time he's got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Aggies in the hurry-up. Looking for room. It's Moss. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Touchdown, Aggies! And the comeback is on. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more. Turning it on! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Here's the handoff. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Off play action on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Green.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the ground to try to move the chains. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's going to be run out of bounds, and he needed a couple of more steps. They'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Turns it on in midfield. Lots of running room. He's at the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum. And unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, they just haven't been able to pull away. They are up by just one over Texas Tech. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easy.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't happen there.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Got his man on the right. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. There it got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown LSU! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now. Said, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure that they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here comes the offense on second down. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Line is set on third down. take a knee. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game.